What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I kind of was thinking this was going to be a good game, but then I remembered that Van sucks this season. Usually he's got like a good record. It's like might have been better to do the 8 o'clock game.
Yeah, I was just watching that. The game was intense.
I didn't even watch it, but I could tell from the chat.
Yeah. OT, some craziness before OT. It's all good though. These two always play pretty close, at least from what I gathered.
Yeah, I played a close one with Van. It was yeah, you watched that shit actually.
Yeah.
That fucking drove me nuts.
All right, hello and welcome to this Week 7 matchup. We got the Niners and the Cowboys. Nick and Van are about to get at it. We have two teams that have kind of not had their most idealistic starts here. The Niners are coming in 3-2. Has some tough games to open the year, but 3-2 is usually not where you see a team run by Nick. And then you have Van and his 1-4 Cowboys had some very close, tough losses, but really just hasn't really put it together this year so far. What are you expecting to see out of this matchup, Brian?
Like you said, they always play each other. They always play each other tough. With the trading away of DeMarcus Lawrence, I think Van struggled a little bit to recover from that when you lose such an elite pass rusher. But you expect a good game out of these two. They're both good users. Very opposite. You got the guy that wants to run the ball 30 times, and you got the guy that wants to, if he could, throw the ball every single play. So, yeah, it'll be a little bit of oil and water here, but it should be a close one.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that Nick's actually used he drafted a rookie running back, Ben Kerr, and he's been kind of the guy he's been trying to feed. He has more attempts than Tony Pollard right now. Yes, you heard that right. He has more attempts than Tony Pollard. Same amount of touchdowns. He's 44 for 240 and 3 touchdowns, Ben Kerr. So I expect to see a lot of Ben Kerr in this one with some mix of Tony Pollard, but expect to see more Ben Kerr. And then the other side, Carl Mills is only 63 for 204 and a touchdown. Has not been a good year for Carl Mills.
Yeah, and I played both these guys. Surprised I didn't get as much Mills as I thought I was going to get in that game. I think he did end up having like 60 yards, but it wasn't as many carries. Josh Allen threw the ball like 30 times. So that might have something to do with Van's start. Mills not being the guy, the go-to guy. And I played Nick also, and he tried to get Kerr involved. But when he needs, when the game's on the line, if it's a close one, you're going to see more Tony Pollard.
For sure. And one thing that is interesting is that we just said that, we spoke about how Van's more the guy who likes to run the ball 30 times, and Nick's the opposite. Well, actually, Van has about 30 more passing attempts on the season. Excuse me, about 20 more passing attempts on the season with Josh Allen than Nick does with Dalton Decker. So that's very interesting there, and has way less attempts on the ground with Carl Mills or anybody in general. So we'll see how that plays out in this one. Okay, these two teams I have readied up and are heading down to the field. So we'll see you in a second when we are live. And here we are. Week 7 matchup is about to get underway. The Niners are going to get the ball first. We're going to see Ben Kerr and that offense headed by Dalton Decker. And they had a new piece come over. They had Kerry Tiller, who is right now their leading receiver, even with Taj Beverly. Speak a little bit about the trade with Tiller.
Yeah, Tiller, they traded him for a couple picks, the first round and the second, I believe. Not a blazing speed guy, but 6'6" size. Absolutely tore me up in the game. It gives Nick just a big guy to throw the ball to. Everybody's going to put their best guy on Taj, and Tiller's been able to eat so far this year because he's seen a lot of number 2 corners.
Exactly. I think that's what Nick was really searching for. He paid a premium price, probably overpaid for him a little bit, but he's got the guy he wanted, and that's really all that matters. Now he has a nice 1-2 punch in the passing game that he's been missing, even with Diggs kind of regressing a little bit.
Yeah, and you still got Diggs at X Factor. You got 3 pretty damn good receivers there, and again, it's surprising to see him not throw the ball as much as he has this early on with those 3 guys.
Exactly. And a first down run to Kerr. We said his name earlier. Kerr gets the first play of the game and goes for nothing. It looks like he had a hole there, but Breland Speaks is in there to close it quickly.
Yeah, and Kerr's he's a speed guy, 94 speed, 92 acceleration. Doesn't have the other stuff yet, but he's you're going to see him get the ball, try to get him on the edge, and let him make plays.
And here's Tony Pollard already in the Wildcat. Kerr is in motion. They're going to toss it to Kerr. Kerr with some space, but doesn't cut it upfield. Looks like he had a huge hole there, but doesn't get anything. Actually gets a loss of a yard on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 11.
Yep, and he uses Tony as the decoy there and gives it to Kerr on the stretch. So you see him. He's trying to get Kerr involved early here twice, getting him the ball. Not much against this pretty solid Dallas defense, though, and he's probably going to have to throw the ball here on 3rd down.
Yeah, it's a shame because it looked like that touch pass would have worked had he just cut it upfield a little earlier, but I think he didn't account for the cornerback coming off that block so quickly. But here's the 3rd and 11 attempt. Decker's going to have to throw this. He's throwing it to the corner route, not open. Beverly tries to go up and grabs it, but it's knocked away. Byron Jones and company are there to swat it away, 4th and 11.
Yeah, he tries to go that corner route out of the tight formation. Wasn't there, was able to double cover, and that was a big thing in chat today talking about that corner route. Very, very tough to stop out of the tight formation, but I think the press coverage there really helped out with the cover 3 look on getting them 2 guys to the ball.
Yeah, it was a great read by Van to recognize that's probably where he's going to go in that type of situation. 3rd and long, corner out's perfect for that kind of situation, but good defense there, and it swats it away. And a good opening possession for the Dallas defense, who's kind of been gashed a little bit in recent times, but it really has been the issue for Dallas has been their offense. They're ranked nearly last or close to last in almost every category offensively.
Yeah, and I think the key to that is they've been throwing the ball a lot, and this is a running team.
And there's Mills right on cue. He has a ton of space to the 40, 30, 25, 20, cuts back up inside. It gets all the way down to 16-yard line. Right on cue. We said that they needed to feed Mills a little bit more, and here they are, first play of the game for them, and gets a 67-yard rush.
And I always said this about Van, and I played him a lot last cycle. The way to beat Van was to get up on him early and make him throw the football. He wants to be able to pound the rock, and if he's able to get comfortable running the ball, like we've seen, Mills has led the league in rushing. You'll see his offense be tough to stop.
First and 10. Another run. Here's Trent, the speedy back with space. Gets the corner. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 plays, and they're in the end zone already.
And there it is. That's what Van does, man. Just runs the football down the field. And, if he gets down early and has to throw, it's going to be a long day. But if he can do this, defense is still solid, even without DeMarcus Lawrence. He's going to make this a tough game on Nick.
He is for sure, and he's got tons of good pieces still defensively. He's still got Jalen Smith. He's got Byron Jones. He's got Van Der Esch. Breathen Speaks is still pretty dominant over there in the middle, stopping that ground game at least. But they are missing that kind of edge rush presence still. So we'll see if that has any effect.
Yeah, for sure. His corners are really good with, Lincoln Fox, who's a dude. He got him, I believe, from Washington. Byron Jones, and then the only thing he's missing is that really, really good rush. DeMarcus Lawrence would get 5 or 6 sacks a game sometimes. I could not cover him worth a damn. But the defense is still very, very solid, as you said, between Leighton, Van Der Esch, and Jalen Smith. Yeah, he's going to stop the ball. So, he's going to be able to get his stops. That's for sure.
For sure, but one of the things that's kind of attributed to his so far disappointing season is that when that offense is turning the ball over or getting 3 and out after 3 and out, you're just putting your defense to such a tough spot. And I did play Van earlier this year too, and his defense, they didn't play great or anything, but when they're getting have to go out there more times than they should, it's tough to play defense against that.
Very tough when you're just getting when you're having to go after it every single time.
Play action. Decker is looking deep. That's his man Beverly over the top, and he gets his man all the way down to the 25-yard line. Nice throw already by Decker.
And they're playing man coverage. It looked like it might have been Byron Jones on Beverly out of the slot, and that's where he likes to use Beverly the most. He wants to put Beverly in the slot. He wants to get him down the middle of the field. That opens up the outsides for Tillery and Diggs to have big days.
First and 10, trips to the left. Kerr is staying in the backfield. Cowboys pinching and loading that box. Play clock's winding down. Decker finally takes the snap. Blitz is coming, and it's not going to get there. I mean, it is going to get there as Decker goes down. Decker did not get the ball off. Huge sack by Van Der Esch.
And you're going to see a lot of that out of Van. He's going to bring the blitz. Whether he lives or die by the blitz, basically. And he's going to bring more than you can block more often than not. You're going to have to see Nick to keep a running back and a tight end in. If he's able to do that, he can have time to make some shots. But if not, it's going to be tough to get the ball off.
Well, right now, without DeMarcus Lawrence, he's kind of in a situation where he has to fabricate his own pass rush with blitzes like that, where he sends more people than they can block. And sometimes it get home, sometimes it doesn't. And as the pass is tipped up in the air, incomplete. Another 3rd and long coming up for San Fran.
Yeah, you almost saw Tiller come down with that, trying to hit the angle route out of the backfield. 3rd and long, really, for the Niners, this is a place where they're kind of comfy. They can get first downs from anywhere on the field, really. This, for Van, though, is, he wants to be getting pressure. And without that guy like DeMarcus Lawrence, it's going to be tough. And if Decker's got time to sit back there, expect to see him hit some first downs on 3rd and long.
And here is the 3rd and long from the 32, 3rd and 17. He takes the snap. Decker with a lot of time, still time, going to the end zone. Overthrown a little bit. He was looking for his man Beverly, but it was double covered. And they're going to have to try for this field goal.
Yeah, threw that into double coverage. There was nothing really available there. They dropped 8. He had kept up a couple guys in, so that was really a 4-man route versus 8 on that one. But get points on the board. Don't let Van feel too comfortable. Make him feel like he has to throw the football, and you got yourself in a good shot. You don't want to let him get up 14-21 where he can pound this rock and bleed the clock out.
There you go. Someone saying you couldn't see the score. I guess I had it moved up a little bit. All right. So 7-3 is the score right now. Good possession there. Had a big shot down the field, but not really anything else came from that. And it forces them to kick a field goal. So heading into this drive, if San Fran can stop this ground game, it's going to make it really tough for this offense, like we've said. But again, making Josh Allen throw is a recipe for success. As they drop back the pass, and right on cue, he goes down for a sack. That's Wiley getting in there. Zero blitz coming in really tough as it gets him for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and you see him bring the blitz, and get to the quarterback, and Van goes and tries to get the play action on first down after those 2 long runs for a touchdown, and now this puts him in 3rd and long, and this is the last place the Cowboys want to be.
2nd and 15. Hand off to Mills. Mills with a bunch of space. It spins and gets to the 30-yard line after taking that hit stick head on. Gets him, good position to try and convert this third down.
Yeah, 3rd and 16, you're able to run the ball, or 2nd and 16, run it to get it to 3rd and 1. That's not a bad spot to be in now for the Cowboys. Let's see, if the Niners bring the blitz here and try to get in the backfield, stop the downhill run game.
3rd and 1, strong close set. They're going to hand it off to Mills. Mills up the middle. Does he get enough? I think he does get just enough for the first down. Nice first down run by Mills.
And that's a hell of a user read by Nick there. That was Deion Cofield in the backfield making the play. I think he's a safety. That might have been some type of nickel situation, but Mills, just such a big back, so good, was able to fall forward for the first.
Strong close set again. Here comes the blitz. Allen gets it away had his man Font on the corner route, but inaccurate throw there, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and he felt that pressure coming from the backside. Great job by Mills to pick it up and not give up a sack, but if he had been able to complete that might have been a big play.
Might have been still running. 2nd and 10. Allen dropping back again. Throws it to the out and up. That's Hill. Tyreek Hill, he paid a really big premium for Tyreek Hill in the offseason. There's a lot of people betting on it, including myself. But I think he had over 200 and something points, and Tyreek Hill was insane. He had a huge contract for Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, and you know what? It was worth it, I think, for him to try to open up this passing game a bit with Tyreek and Devontae Adams and DK Metcalf. They're old, but he's got guys that can make plays, and, he's still got 97 speed, Hill, so he's worth having.
1st and 10. He's dropping back again. Tons of time. Allen's going to run with it. Now tries to pull back too late as he is brought down for a sack. Good all-around coverage by San Fran.
Yeah, and Josh Allen looked miserably slow on that. He's 85 speed, and that's a little bit of Madden just not doing a good job with guys playing to their speed at the quarterback position, because Allen can take off a little quicker than that, but he looked very slow on that one.
Yeah, he did look very slow. 2nd and 11, dropping back to pass again. Angle route, that's Fant. Gets across midfield, and I think he does have enough for the first down. He does. A nice throw there by Allen, taking the underneath throw.
Yeah, good quick read. Got the ball out quick. Got the ball out. On rhythm there, and gets a first down on second. And now this drive looks like it's moving a little bit.
Same formation. Deuce close. They're gonna hand it to Mills up the middle. Mills with a ton of space gets to the outside, jukes back inside, and gets finally brought down to the 20-yard line. Mills right now 4 rushes, 108 yards. What else could you ask for?
Yeah, this is exactly what you want from him. Get him going right now, and he won't be stopped. He could be on for a 200 to 300-yard game. And Van likes to go with the same formations. He doesn't mix. He doesn't have a crazy amount, but makes it very tough to read. You don't know what you're getting from him when he comes out. He'll come out with 2 or 3 in a row out of the same one. It's very tough to stop when you get the same look and you don't know if he's throwing or passing out of it.
And 2nd and 7. That's when this offense for the Cowboys is so dynamic and hard to stop. Is when they have everything working. They had the passing game working, where Allen is playing safe with the ball and getting the short completions, so you still have to account for that. But then you have the running game where Mills can just break runs like he did in the first run for 67 yards, and there's not really much you can do about it.
Oh, yeah, and, now he gets himself in a red zone situation, chance to score, puts some points on the board.
And he's going deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Bad read there. Just like we were talking about, if Allen can mitigate these turnovers, but he's unable to do so. He had Fant wide open in the other seam, but panics a little bit. Throws it to double coverage, and Riddick was right there for an easy interception.
Yeah, basically 3 guys, right in that zone there, and he just threw it to one of those 3 was coming down with it. And like you said, he did have Fant right up the middle for a touchdown. Tough thing there to not get any points when you have the ball on the 20 like that.
And Ben Kerr gets the run to the outside, and he stopped for a loss of 2. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is the score. Niners get the ball back after a key interception in the red zone, but now 2nd and 12, they're putting themselves in these tough situations on first down.
Yeah, and they're going to go with Kerr, more often than not here because he's he wants to dev him up. He wants him to be the guy, but if he's in a close game, Tony Pollard has to be it because there's just so much better than Kerr is.
Yeah, Kerr has a lot of room to develop. Decker now back to throw over the middle. He's got his man Bowers, but it might be coming back with a hold. And it does. Really poorly timed hold there. Oh, that puts him back. Finally get a good completion on second down. Force him to out of these third and longs that they've been accustomed to this game. And they get all the way back and called for a hold. That is tough.
Yeah, that's a great throw by Decker. Against the on the seam against the cover three look. Looked the safety off and was able to hit it, but the hold's going to bring him back.
2nd and 22. Corner out to Tiller, and he's got him. He might be short of the first down, but what a throw by Decker. An even better catch by Tiller.
Yeah, Tiller, there you go. He's going to go up and get it in double coverage, and it's very tough to stop. That ball was where only he could catch anything else, and that thing's batted down or picked off. But, just get the ball up high and let him make the play.
3rd and inches. 3 wide receivers to the left. Pollard's in the backfield. No more Kerr when it counts. Here's Pollard with the ball, and he wiggles his way forward. I believe he does have the first down, and he does. That's what Pollard will give you. He's just able to get those yards when you need him to.
Exactly. He's going to give it to Pollard in that big situation. He ran right into 6'5" Artemis Teal, and Pollard was able to fall forward for the first instead of where you'd see Kerr probably not able to fall forward and get that.
1st and 10. Kerr's back in the backfield. Stretch play to Kerr. Kerr with a lot of space now. Kerr across midfield, jukes back inside, gets around to the 47-yard line. Finally, a good run for Kerr.
Yeah, now one of us might have been able to run that one. Great blocking up front, just able to get to the edge, and his speed is what's going to make the difference there. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see Kirby, that outside guy, and you're going to see more of a downhill presence from Pollard at this point, where Pollard really is the one of the ultimate speed guys in the league, also. But just because he's trying to def Kerr up, that's what he's looking to do at this point.
1st and 10. 3 wide receivers staying to the left. Pollard now in the backfield. Kerr's taking a little bit of a break. Play clock is winding down a bit. 4 seconds. Take the snap. He's dropping back. Still going. Runs to the outside and just throws it away. Smart play there. Trying to hit that slant route to Tiller or Diggs, but can't find anybody and throws it away. Yeah,
huge throwaway by Decker on that one. If he had taken a sack, now they're in another 2nd, 3rd and long. But he's able to get the ball off with that quick release and get it out of bounds. And now you're in 2nd and 10. You can still run the football if you want to, or you can pass it. But just hold on to it, get some points here. That's probably what you're trying to do if you're the Niners. No turnovers, make this game closer.
At least get a field goal. That's a good point. 2nd and 10, shotgun. They're going to drop back. Tons and tons of time. Going deep to the post. He's got his man Tiller, and he hangs on. Nice grab by Tiller again.
Yeah, Tiller again. He's going to be the guy here. Taj Beverly's taken a huge backseat this season to Tiller, and that big presence. I got a similar one with Tatum. It's easy to get them the ball, and they're going to catch mostly everything that comes their way just because how big they are.
1st and 10, bunch to the right. Kerr is back in the backfield. See if he gets it, and he does. But that is stopped immediately. I believe that was Speaks immediately in the backfield. Saw that counterplay all the way. Kerr stopped behind the line of scrimmage again.
Yeah, that was actually the old man, Deshaun Hand, getting in the backfield. The big boy from Alabama just blew up the center there and was able to blow up the counterplay as well in the backfield for a loss of 3.
Loss of 3. Ben Kerr right now has not really been able to get going. He's got 94 speed, 92 acceleration. So, if he is able to dev him, he could be even potentially better than Pollard was. But right now he's got a long ways to go. As he's in motion now, gets a touch pass, tons of space, gets around the outside, jukes back in, and Van Esch is there to stop him before the yard marker to gain. 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's tough. You could see Van move the defense a little bit. He was in better position when he had his middle linebacker outside there. And if you're playing Nick, anytime you see that 5 wide receiver trio formation, you're getting the jet pass from him.
3rd and 4, spread set. Decker over the middle to Diggs, jukes, and shrugs a defender off, but I think he's short. If you're San Francisco, do you go for this?
Knowing my opponent, I'm taking the points. I'm making it a 7-6 game. I think, if I'm him, I'm thinking I'm going to get another mistake or two, and I'll have a lot more opportunities here to score.
But it looks like San Francisco is going to go for this. Shotgun set. Pollard's in the backfield. Big down. This is where he shines. See if he goes to him. Decker is going to pass. And here comes the pressure. And he goes down. Oh, and he goes down. Jefferson is in there for the sack. and that's going to be a turnover on downs after a nice drive San Francisco put together for once. They get stopped. 4th and 1.
Big,
Oh
big,
man.
big play from Malik Jefferson, the boy out of Texas. He's he played for Cincinnati for a while, and now he's over in Dallas and making plays for them on a huge fourth down.
A nice throw over the middle to Josh Allen. Now with a lot of momentum, let's see if Dallas Cowboys can answer after that key turnover on downs. McKnight over the middle for a gain of about 20.
Yeah, really good throw by Josh Allen with pressure in his face again, staying in there and making a throw that gets him first.
1st and 10. Allen back to throw again. The time goes to the angle route to Callaway's fullback, and he gets leveled. He is lucky to hang on to that one. Not fumble or even not drop the ball. It's a nice catch and an even bigger hit. I believe that was Landon Collins able to make that hit.
Yeah, that was Landon. I had 7 hit stick fumbles against Nick in the restart that I lost. So I know that how deadly that team can be when they start getting their hits off.
2nd and 3. Hand off the Mills to the outside. Tons and tons of space and a huge hit stick by Cofield, but he still gets across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that was actually Keanu Neal. He's
Keanu
got
Neal.
so many. He's got so many guys back there that can hit stick that you might as well take a guess. You're going to be right. Half the you may never be right with how many guys he's got back there. It's pretty wild how many hit sticks his team can produce.
1st and 10. Play action. Allen. Here comes the pressure. Gets it away. Oh, almost picked off as he was trying to hit that crossing route, but it's batted around and almost picked off. Threw it into pretty sound coverage there. Lucky it's not intercepted.
Yeah, and that's another tough one from Allen. He seems to just be trying to force the ball down the field when he is taking his shots. He's had success with these medium and short routes, but anytime he's went deep, it's been really forced into pretty tough coverage.
It's when pressure has got to him or like close to getting to him where he kind of gets a little trigger happy and forces those throws down the field, and that's when he gets his turnovers. Hand off to Mills. Oh, and a nice user play there by Nick to go up that gut, and he was all spread out. He was, was letting him run the ball almost, but he's in there and gets him for a gain of about 1.
Yeah, and if Mills had kept that front side instead of trying to cut it back into the backside A and B gap, he might have had a touchdown. There was nobody in the front side A there. Nick guessed, and he fortunately guessed right.
3rd and 9. Huge 3rd and 9 already early in this game. San Francisco is backing off their coverage. No one covering Metcalf in the slot. Let's see if they go to him. Gets the slant route. Oh, underneath. And Kerr, the other Kerr, intercepts it. He can take this all the way to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown San Francisco. Just like that, there's the mistake they were looking for from Josh Allen.
Yeah, and I guess it didn't matter if he went for it or not. You knew Josh Allen was going to make another one, and he just threw that curl route right to the curl defender on the cover 3 there. Trayvon Kerr, the free safety out of Texas A&M, takes it to the house. And now, if you're the Cowboys with 151 left in the half, you just try to run the ball here and not get another turnover from Allen because he has struggled throwing the ball in big situations so far this game.
Yeah, it's those key situations like you just mentioned, those 3rd downs or the other situation in the red zone trying to convert or get a touchdown where he's kind of been lackluster. When you have the running game going, you have a little bit of dynamic to your offense. He's been it's been very good, but right now you got to start feeding these running backs. You have over 130 yards between the two already. It's not even done the second quarter, but here they are. They're going to pass it again. Screenplay. Mills shrugs off the defender, but can't get past the next one as he dropped for a huge loss in the play, loss of 5.
Yeah, and he was able to get rid of one, and almost, Mills just shrugged off Riley Kane, probably the best linebacker in the XCFL, but there was about 5 other guys to the football on that one, and again, I might be keeping the clock moving here if I'm the Cowboys.
They're gonna throw it to the wheel route. McKnight gets just leveled. Absolutely leveled. That's Keanu Neal making that hit. Another huge hit. And Josh Allen in this first half, 5 for 10, 46 yards, and 2 interceptions. Not a good first half for Josh Allen.
And you saw him take off immediately there against the 3-man rush. He is very rattled. Doesn't seem to be confident at all in what he's got. If you're Josh Allen right now, you really got to get this thing into halftime and settle down.
He's going to run and take off. Smart play there, not forcing anything downfield and forcing maybe another turnover. But a lot of time left on the clock for San Francisco, and with so many weapons in the passing game, they have plenty of time to get this down the field for even a touchdown.
Yeah, and you're going to see Tony Pollard on return, and now that he's got Kerr, Pollard's back there on kickoff and punt return, and that's a deadly, deadly thing.
Pollard jukes back and around, still juking. He gets around. He could go. He's losing some steam, and he's finally brought down at the 49-yard line. 48-yard line, excuse me. What a return by Pollard, right on cue. He is so dynamic.
Yeah, and my God, like, yeah, you're not giving that guy the ball every play. That is wild to me. Maybe one of the best returns we've seen. He only got 50 yards out of it, but he is doing an unbelievable job, shedding tackles every single time he catches the football or touches the football.
It's just what he brings. Just such a playmaker. He's able to flip field position like it's nothing there after that return. He takes it out of the back of the end zone, and a huge throw by Decker, but Diggs unable to get his feet in. That's a tough one. Decker had him open and a nice throw, but Diggs just can't get 2 feet down. But back to that return, I mean, it's just what he gives you. It's over a 50-yard return out of the back of the end zone from a punt. That was a pretty good punt. Usually people just don't take that. Let go out the back of the end zone. Pollard knows what he can do, and everybody was swarming him, but still able to get away from everybody and almost took that to the house.
Yeah, he might have broke 6 tackles on that play, but you're going to still see Kerr get the ball because he wants to get Kerr devved up, and that's his goal for the year.
2nd and 10. Here is Kerr, and he stopped again behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2, and Kerr is just laying flat on the ground. He knows he's just killing his opportunity to make a run for the starting job.
And you got to think if this thing stays closer, we're going to see the end of Kerr here. We're going to see Tony Pollard for the rest of the game at some point.
3rd and 13. San Fran back to throw. Decker going deep and not even close. He was looking for Taj Beverly, double covered, but even so, the pass was even close to anybody's. He kind of just half throws it away and just forced a punt.
Yeah, and you know what? Not the worst thing in the world there. He was thrown in double coverage. Just get the ball away. Live to see another down without giving up the turnover.
Back to return is Trent, another speedy young running back. And Kerr has made tons of plays this game. Makes another one here. Good special team coverage. Stops him for a no gain on the return. He's going to have to take this for the 12-yard line. And passing that's already struggling, this is deadly right now.
Yeah, and I think you got the best special teams in the XCFL here in San Francisco. You got Pollard on every return. You got Kane running down on most kickoffs, most punts. His special teams are unbelievable.
They are unbelievable, and they showed it today. But only 10-7 is the score. With the way Josh Allen's played, you got to be happy with the way this half has turned out. If you're Dallas, with only being down 3. And with the chances you're still in this game, Allen has such a bad half though. You just got to be kind of grateful that it's not worse right now.
Yeah, 9 rushes for 140 yards for Carl Mills. I don't know what the average on that is. I'm not even gonna. I think it's something around 20, 40 yards. Keep handing him the football. That's all you have to do. It's he is doing unbelievable. If I'm them, I don't ask Josh Allen to throw the ball again all game.
You might not have to, as either him or Trent are able to get good yards from the snap, and Trent is on the return there, and he gets absolutely leveled by Keanu Neal, and that's what Nick can do. He's able to put that kickoff in a spot where you have to return it, can't let it go, but usually it's not in a position where you can really get any yards, and he has enforcers out there just to level people.
Yeah, and I had a major fumble on a kickoff against him because of that. I think I got away from Kane, and then I think it might have been Neal who forced the fumble on the next one. So, you're seeing here Van take a peek, and he is, looking at his rushing stats and wondering, why am I throwing the football? Probably because his guys are having an absolute day. Both guys really, because he's had the other running back get a couple good runs too. But 10-7 with 2 interceptions in the first half, 1 for 6. You're not out of it. You can't be too upset with the way they've played.
And we do have a pause in the action, and it seems as though Van had to go refill his beer, maybe rethink about his offensive game plan as well while he's doing that. But real quickly, let's look around the league while we're waiting here for them to resume. We have a lot of games played. We had a tie game with New England and Cleveland. They missed a couple of game-winning field goals there. We had an absolute thriller over in New York with Baltimore and the Jets. Regan actually ended up getting the game-winning touchdown. Other than that, a lot of good games going on. Seattle wins by a point over Green Bay. Giants overcame Atlanta. So we had a lot of good action. We're going to have an early advance here as well. So it should be a good week. Week 7 coming up soon.
Yeah, week 7 coming up. I think the one that in you already said it, was the game was Seattle taking out Green Bay. I think that was a winless Seattle team taking out an undefeated Green Bay team. So, it just goes to show you anybody can win here any week in this league.
For sure. And yeah, Drew with the Seattle Seahawks had a nice win. Pride is definitely a good user, successful user. Definitely a good win for him and the Seahawks. All right, we're back live in Dallas as Josh Allen throws over the middle, double coverage again, and it's batted away. Lucky it's not picked off. He's looking for, I believe he's looking for Metcalf there.
Yeah, he was looking for Metcalf over the middle, and he's still just chucking the ball, and very surprising to see this from Van, just because of how much success he's had in the past. But he's won a lot with Josh Allen this year throwing the ball, and it looks like he's going to live and die with it.
2nd and 10. Allen back to throw again. Throws it down. Here's a check down, though, to Mills. Mills shrugs off a wimpy tackler, but gets only a gain of about 2. 7 for 13, 66 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And now a huge 3rd and 8 coming up for Dallas. Pistol 8 set. Allen back to throw. He's looking for those slant routes. Gets his man Metcalf and gets just across the first down marker. A nice throw there by Josh Allen and a nice catch by Metcalf.
Yeah, huge completion. And again, this is 2 playoff teams from last year. And one, the Cowboys are trending way down. And you got to think it's a big reason of that is because they haven't got the ball to Mills enough, and they've tried to throw the ball with Allen. Maybe that's the addition of Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams. But, you definitely want to see him get back to his bread and butter of running the football and give himself a chance in some of these games.
And he tries to hit another deep ball to Metcalf, but just lockdown coverage. And right now, you got Hill and Metcalf with tons of blazing speed, but just not really getting any separation on anybody.
No, the 49ers defense has done a great job of playing zone and keeping everything in front of them for the most part. And when they have one man, they've really locked them down. There hasn't been many wide open receivers running deep down the field. Everything's been intermediate.
And now a nice short pass to Hill. That's probably how he's going to have to get him involved. The deep pass is just not open. Mills with the run, though. He jukes back inside. He's still going. Gets a gain of about 4, but a tough 4 yards as the blitz was coming, and he was stuffed right to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's a great 4-yard run. There was nothing there on the outside where it looked like he wanted it at first. He jukes back inside. He gets 4. And, if you can just keep getting 4, you're eventually in the end zone. And, we haven't seen many multiple, other than that first drive, we've seen very little back-to-back runs here from the Cowboys.
Yeah. Timeout by Dallas. Didn't like the formation they came out in, I guess. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Ace saying, wow, that's not beer he's drinking. That's definitely whiskey. Maybe with the way Josh Allen's throwing the ball right now. We'll see, though, as they have a red zone possession. Let's see. Boone saying Rams over Cards. Yeah, that's another one. It was a really close game. 27-24 was the final in that one. And the Rams were actually able to win. I haven't seen Boone be able to come with wins in the NFC West recently, but a nice win for him there.
Yeah. Nobody cares about the Rams. We can move on.
All right, 1st and goal at the 9. Strong close set. Allen's going to step back to throw again. Hitting that slant route. Oh, McKnight had it in his hands but coughs it up. Incomplete pass. That could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a huge drop by McKnight and a great throw by Allen there. Again, on the intermediate stuff, he's been very accurate, but just it's when he's trying to force the ball down the field where he struggled.
2nd and goal. Single deuce close. Here he goes. Dumps it off to Mills. Tries to break off from that tackle, but Reddick is there and wraps up nicely. Brings up another 3rd down.
Yeah, so you just had 1st and 10 at 1st and goal at the 10-yard line basically, and you threw the ball twice, and now you're in 3rd and 12 you're on 12 on, and that's kind of been vindictive of this game. He just hasn't ran the ball when he has a chance.
And now he runs the ball with Trent and gets to the 5-yard line, so a safe play there. Doesn't trust Allen to try and convert that long 3rd and goal. Let's see if he goes for it here at the 5-yard line, and he's going to come out the field goal unit. Smart play there. Tied this game up. Your offense hasn't been able to move the ball consistently. Just try and tie this game up and see if your defense can make a play for you.
Yeah, for sure. Just don't force anything with Allen again and take the field goal. And his defense has been playing very well, but it's very rarely we see Nick held to 10 points this far late in the 3rd. And you got to expect some type of offensive explosion here. But if Dallas's defense is able to keep playing well, then then you're going to see them come back and run the football, hopefully, and get themselves a lead. But I'm expecting Nick to kind of explode at some point and get some real points on the board.
Yeah, we're just waiting for it as you see now. Kerr is being taken out of the game, and I think I was just gonna say that Kerr has kind of been their Achilles heel right now, really hurting them. Multiple drives, they go to him on first down and just puts them behind the sticks almost, and it's really hurt them. But now Pollard's in the backfield, bunch to the right. Pollard is going to get the ball in this pitch play. Pollard with space, jukes back inside. There's Pollard, and he's tries to hurdle, but still gets a nice gain of about 10, showing why he should just get the ball more often.
Yep, and that's what you're going to see. You're going to see that anytime the game gets close for Nick and the 49ers, you're going to see Tony Pollard come in and he's just going to make plays because that's what he does. We expect to see a heavy dose of him here late.
Pistol bunch tight end to the left here. Decker is going to motion out to the right, and they're going to snap it to Pollard. Pollard's going to take this himself. Pollard with tons of space, and it gets brought down to the 47-yard. That was a fake Philly special being called all the way back, in your own territory. Interesting play call, but it worked out.
Yep, little fake Philly, and you see so much jet motion out of the Niners that when they get that, defenses seem to overflow, and that just worked into their favor, and they kept it for a big gain to the backside.
1st and 10, blitz is coming. Famous zero blitz, and they get it out to Beverly in the out route, and now the Niners are moving the ball with ease.
Yep, and this is where this offense starts clicking. Nick feels a groove, and they're very tough to stop. I expect to see a lot more Decker down the field here taking the shots.
Single back ace set. Kerr is back in the backfield. They're going to fake it to Kerr. Play action. He's looking deep. He's got his tight end. Throws it a little late, but he finally gets it to him. He's able to keep his feet inbounds. Nice catch by the tight end.
Yeah, that's a good throw on the run. Like you said, he threw it a little late. He had it early. If he hits him earlier, he probably runs for a lot more there, but he's still able to make the throw on the sideline, and they're down into the red zone.
Still a very nice completion of 25 yards. Single back ace still. Kerr is in the backfield, finally gets the ball. He just stopped. Kerr has really not had any space. 6 for 14, just night and day between him and a running back like Mills on the other side.
Yeah, no. Kerr's not ready for this type of big time yet, and he's going to have games where he does well, but it is it's right now it's Tony Pollard or bust for them.
And Diggs is in the backfield, wildcat formation. Pollard to his left. He's going to fake it to Pollard. Diggs gets the ball, and he is going to finally get into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Yeah, and there you go. The little 12 gauge after Mohamed Sanu in Atlanta, they started running that. Quarterback read option with the running back, and they tried to take away Tony Pollard, run Stephon Diggs wide in the wide open to run the football on the outside.
And I was going to say this before this drive really started going. When Nick is able to kind of get into a rhythm like that, where he's just like he's confident with his play calls, he doesn't put himself behind the sticks. His running game is working enough where it is not, it's not like a 2nd and 10 or more. That's when he's dangerous because he just has so many options to go and he uses them so well. And you kind of saw it there on that drive, using a bunch of different mix of plays, unique play calls, and unique kind of formations to really just get that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, no, that's what he does really well. He does a great job of mixing it up, and he throws haymakers when he does get in a groove like this. It's not going to be a slow drive. It's going to be absolute just bing, bang, boom, down the field for a touchdown. And, when he does that, there's not many guys in this league that can stop him.
And a toss play to Mills. Mills gets around to the outside, a gain of 10, but just gets walloped. He's lucky to hang on with it. He's done a good job of that. He's gotten hit stick a few times here. Keanu Neal with another one there. I think it's his 4th. Every tackle it's been a hit stick for Keanu Neal, and he's accustomed to that. But Mills is able to hold on so far.
Yeah, Mills just holding on to the football high and tight, and here you see 2 runs to start it, and you're getting an easy first down. If you're Dallas, this is what you're built on. Keep doing it. And I know it's tough when you get into the late third and you're down a touchdown, but if you're able to just do what you do and run the football, you're gonna see good things happen.
Single back bunch still, and you saw it over your screen there. Right now, Dallas is over 200 yards rushing between him and Trent. And here's the out route to Metcalf. Metcalf jukes in, jukes again. Risky juke move. We get that hit stick Lumen, but is able to get around him. Now, Allen's starting to cook a little bit with these intermediate routes.
Yeah, and that's where he, like you were saying, he had success early on. 5 to 10 to 15 yards. It was when he was taking those shots down the field where he got himself in trouble. So if you're Allen, just keep doing that. Keep the running game going downhill, and you're going to keep moving the football.
Single back bunch still. As he sends Fant in motion to the left side. Mills staying in the back. They're gonna fake it. They're gonna hand it to Mills. Looked like a fake for a second, but gets all the way to the 22-yard line. Gain of 12. Mills 14 for 180, but no touchdowns.
Yeah, and he had that one touchdown poach from him by the backup running back.
Right.
But if I wish I could gain 10 yards every time I ran the football. There's no reason for him not to keep going to Mills downhill.
And they're gonna pass it here. And Mills underneath had a decent amount of space in front of him. Would have been at least a gain of about 5, but a little bit of early throw. And I guess he just couldn't see the ball until it got there and hits him right in the chest and falls incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Dice slot here. Mills is staying in the backfield. Man in motion. That's Knighton. Down to throw. Throws it to McKnight. McKnight with a nice move there and gets out of bounds to the 9-yard line, trying to avoid that hit stick. There he is again. That short to intermediate throw. He's really been able to move the field between that and the running game. It hasn't been that deep shot that he's been looking for. He's really just been able to settle down a little bit, and he's looked much better in the second half.
Yeah, and you gotta kind of get out of those hit sticks. I kind of like that move on him. By McKnight there, just avoiding getting absolutely walloped by Keanu Neal, because if you try to juke there, more often than not, you're getting that warped hip stick where you think you're getting around, and then he just ends up fumbling the football.
The worst is when they hit stick you from behind somehow. It just like knocks your feet out, but it still registers as a hit stick and you fumble. That's the worst one, but it doesn't happen there. It makes a smart play and get out of bounds. Allen to throw. Slant route has Metcalf, who hangs on for a touchdown. A dime by Josh Allen in the red zone.
Yeah, and there you go. Josh Allen able to fit that thing in there, and they were able to tie the game up. And you didn't see Allen take any shots there. He held on to the football. They ran the ball more. Really great response by Van there to tie this thing up at 17-17. I was a little worried, thinking we'd see a little Josh Allen throwing the ball deep, but taking his intermediate routes, driving the ball down the field in a nice, tempoed pace drive, and we got ourselves a ball game here.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. Now with the drive like that, not only is it tied, but you just gain so much momentum for your team, and it'll carry over to all aspects of the game, especially defensively. You don't want to go down and even if you don't score on that drive, you're only down 7. Okay, but then you get the ball back to that offense at San Fran, which is starting to cook as well, and it's dangerous if you get in that situation.
Yep, and now at least you keep it no matter what happens here. It's a one-score game, and that was an absolutely enormous touchdown. And interesting what Nick comes back here with. If he's going to take his shots deep, or is he going to try to get back into that groove of just hitting his hitting the plays that work for him.
Bunch tight end to the left here. Pollard is in the backfield. No more Kerr. Maybe that's a message to Kerr. He's only at 51 rushing yards in the game. Screenplay developing. Gets it to Pollard, but Leighton Vander Esch is there right away. Gets behind the blockers as he had a convoy in front of him. Vander Esch with a nice play, and it stops him for a loss of 1.
Yeah, Vander Esch playing man there and just sniffs out the running back. That was his guy on the screen, and he just he goes and gets him. That's a well-timed man call by Van there, because if you're sitting back in the zone, you see you see all those guys get deep, and then you get the lineman up on him, and that could have been a big play.
Tight formation here. Pollard staying in. Deckard back to throw. He's looking deep. It's batted around and almost picked off. He's trying to hit Tiller in that big body, but it's tipped around. Was not an advised throw. He's throwing it into double coverage, but Tiller knocks it up and almost interception.
Yeah, a little late there from from Nick on the on Tiller across the middle, and now he's in that 3rd and long where we saw him earlier in the game, and he was unable to convert.
3rd and 11. 3 wide receivers to the left. Deckard takes the snap. He's looking deep. He's looking very deep. Goes deep to Beverly, who pulls it in. A huge catch by Beverly, and Taj Beverly right now. X Factor is illuminated. He's got that moss, and rightfully so after a huge catch there on 3rd down.
Yeah, that's an absolutely enormous catch on that play by Beverly, and that's my dude's better than your dude, and he's just going to throw it to him and get the first down, because really not a great throw into coverage there, really tight, but Beverly just goes and makes the play.
And Dallas is pissed off after that, I think. They're loading the line of scrimmage, looking to get this zero blitz in there, potentially. Now changing some things up on both sides. Deckard, blitz backs off. Deckard is looking deep to Beverly, and Beverly pulls it in, double covered, and that's his man. Beverly just is able to give you that when you need it, and a huge completion there gets him into the red zone.
Yeah, 5'9", playing like he's 6'5" out of the slot there, just going up and getting the football.
Now Beverly's still in the slot, uncovered. Let's see if he goes to him. Staying in the shotgun formation, changing some things up. Decker looking deep in the end zone, and he goes to Beverly. Beverly unable to grab that as everybody swarmed to him as soon as that ball was thrown. Nice play there by the defense.
Yeah, and he wanted that slot again. They left him uncovered out of the slot again, but just not enough space there to put it in with this short field.
Pollard in the backfield, and they're going to hand it to Pollard on a sweep. Pollard with tons and tons of space, jukes back to the outside and gets to the 3-yard line. Pollard is just looking to take this game over. He's still looking to make a statement. Why wasn't I in earlier?
Yeah, he's got to feel a little upset that he's not been getting carries, as many carries so far this year. And if Kerr's in the game, you end up with 3rd and 1 or 2 there. But because Pollard's so good, he's able to just force he's able to get the first down and put yourself with first and goal.
Trips to the left here. Going the RPO. Pollard up the middle. Touchdown. Tony Pollard in San Francisco again with a nice, beautiful drive there. There's some big shots. Beverly, the key factor in that one, but Pollard is able to finish it off. Nice touchdown drive by San Fran.
Yeah, and just like that, Nick doing what he does. He's just haymakers down the field, and that big 3rd down completion to Beverly on the sideline set that thing up, and then the double coverage catch. And now you're looking at the Cowboys with 4:15 left, getting the ball back. More than enough time to run your offense like regular. You don't have to force anything. Just move the ball down the field and attempt to get this ball in the end zone.
24-17. Dallas now playing from behind pretty much all game. Do you see Allen trying to take those shots again? Do you think they get back to that game they did before? With this time, still a lot of time left on the clock. It could work again, but Allen's got to be good on this drive for it to work.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it happening. Do I think he should? It should happen. No, I think you got to run the football. Pretty cool to see. Nick had a, just said he had a scenario here with his with Kerr, so he was really trying to feed him even more here to get him to superstar dev, and Kerr just not playing to that ability.
Yeah, just unable to do so. He probably would have lost the game had he actually tried to get that scenario because Kerr was just not getting into open field, just running into bodies left and right behind the line of scrimmage. Can't even try and give him 2 on 1st and 2nd down to get him a few yards here and there. As they hand it to Mills, and he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. Throw it back to Mills. Mills at the juke move back inside. Still juking around, but gets only a gain of 1 and brings up a 3rd and long. Not what you want to see if you're Josh Allen.
Yeah, Mills has got 4 catches, but only for -5 yards. They haven't been able to get any success throwing to him out of the backfield. And this is the last place the Cowboys want to be. 3rd and long, with a must-have first down here.
They're going single back. They're going to drop back, way back. Throws it to the corner. A nice catch by Tyreek Hill coming over in the offseason. Makes a huge catch here to try and keep this game alive for them and the season as they're already falling behind on the season record.
Yeah, this game is a must-have if they want to stay on pace with this really good NFC right now. And enormous catch by Tyreek Hill there.
Huge catch. 1st and 10. They're gonna fake it to Mills. Allen is winding up and going deep, batted up and intercepted by Cofield. That is not what you wanted to see from Josh Allen. Makes a nice completion and just kind of heaves it up there for a prayer, a Hail Mary-like, and it's batted around and eventually caught by Cofield.
Yeah, and that's the rookie Valerio McKnight. And, he seemed to be forcing the ball to him a bit because you got DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams, and Tyreek Hill, and you're throwing the ball to Valerio McKnight on a streak. That's just not what you want to be doing.
Not at all. They still have a chance here. They got 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts, but they got to make a stop as Ben Kerr gets the tote and gets around to the edge for his longest run of the day, a gain of about 16, I believe.
Yeah, and Nick probably sees the writing on the wall here and realizes he has a shot with Kerr. But if he really wants to bleed this game out and focus on winning it, then Tony Pollard's got to be the guy.
Tony Pollard now in the backfield, single back wing slot here. They're gonna play action fake, and he's brought down. No, he gets away from the pressure, but it is brought down eventually. Big play there by Vander Esch to get back there immediately, but unable to make the sack. But team and company get there. 2nd and 12. That's a huge sack right there.
Yeah, Dalton Decker showing off some strength getting away from the first guy, but then it looked like Jalen Smith was there to mop it up. And Van using his timeout, so he's going all in to stop here. If he doesn't get a stop on this one, he's in a little bit of trouble. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
2nd and 12, empty formation for Decker. Cowboys change some things up. Need a stop here. Got to stay in this game. Decker with time. He's looking deep to the post, and Diggs pulls it in. Wow, what a catch there by Diggs. And these receivers, all of them, Tiller, Diggs, and Beverly, have just made catch after catch in this one when it counts in big scenarios, and that's really been the story for this one.
Yeah, they're just playing at a very, very high level. And like like I was saying, Van called the timeout before the 2-minute warning. Now he's only left with one. This thing is basically over, barring a turnover.
Basically over. San Francisco just kind of has to hold on to the ball right here and put this thing away in plus territory. Let's see what they do, though. 1st and 10, pistol formation. They're going to send him in motion. That's Beverly. Beverly getting around to the outside. Tries to spin back in, but it's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain, but no harm there. So the clock is going to continue to roll.
Yeah, and he's going to wait to use the timeout. Not the worst idea in the world here. He'll try to maybe force a turnover, and you see him coming out in that wild. Expect the ball to go to Kerr, if anything.
2nd and 11, Wildcat formation. Letting the play clock wind down all the way down. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Going to send Kerr in motion. Just get the play off, and Pollard's going to take this. Pollard with tons of space. Jukes and even more space. Jukes again, and he'll have the touchdown, and that should do it.
Yeah, wow, what a play by Tony Pollard, huh? He wasn't getting the ball in the first half, and then in the second half, he just shows why he's probably, maybe the best running back in the XCFL. What an absolute play by him, and just taking over this game. Him, Taj Beverly, the X Factor's really showing why they're some of the best.
They definitely are, and both of these teams really, it was both pretty much. It was early in the season, but you could say that this is must win for both of these teams. As the Niners. Their schedule in the next few games. They got the Lions next week, which, it's always a tough game against the Lions. Sometimes they come out and they just play you well, even though their record's only 1-4. Then after that, they have Wings, who's 4-1 right now, and they're always going to play tough games. They struggle with Wings as of late. And after that, NWS and Billy Overbay, it's just a tough team. They like to air it out, and that game is going to be a very high-scoring one, I'm sure. Now, over for the Cowboys, they have the Redskins up next and the Vikings as well. So a lot of tough games coming up for both of these teams. This is a must-win, especially for the Cowboys, but also for the 49ers.
Yeah, this NFC playoff race, man, it basically was a must-win for the Cowboys. The Niners, for them to keep pace, it kind of was a must-win also. Now they're 4-2, and they're still looking at sitting in that top 6, but they got the Rams behind them, at 4-2 in their division. A bunch of teams with 4 or 5 wins in the NFC. So, wins are crucial right now, and this was a big one for them.
It's a big win, and right now, actually, just an update. I think, no, that is correct. So the Cardinals are 4-1. They just lose to the 49ers. 49ers improved to 4-2. Niners now improved to 4-2. So right now, this NFC West is a complete slugfest between these three guys.
Yeah, and you'll see the Cardinals and the Niners finish out on the top of this thing probably. But these guys are going to beat each other up on the way. And with wins coming at a premium to get in, that's where things get dicey. Is trying to get into that wild card when you're just trying to keep pace in your own division.
Let's see, and then after that 4th down stop, they're just going to kneel this and get out of here. Good win for the Niners. A unfortunate loss by Van and the Cowboys. Have been struggling with these close games right now, but they were close for most of this game. Any thoughts before we leave? Who was your player of the game, really quickly?
I think the player of the game has to go to the running back Tony Pollard. He was unbelievable in that second half. They finally gave him the football, and he was able to just go off. And that defense played well, and maybe Josh Allen for the Niners also. He just gave them gave the Niners a lot of opportunities with turning the football over.
Yeah, I like all of those. Pollard, even though he didn't have all the stats until that last big run there, I think before that wildcat run at the end to seal the game, I think he was only maybe 6 carries for 40 yards and that one touchdown to make it, to make it elite. But he made so many plays that you just look back at it, it's like, wow, that really just kind of changed momentum for the Niners. He had that punt return of 50 yards earlier in the game that kind of just flipped field position for them before the half, and then you had a few go back to so many juke moves and so much running after first contact he's able to do that kind of just gets you in good positions without you really even having the right play called. If it's stuff to the line of scrimmage, he still is able to get around that. So I'm gonna have to agree with Pollard in that one.
Yeah, he played at another level, and you see those X factors with the jukebox, just they make a world of difference. And that him and Beverly, the X factors, the difference the difference in this one today.
For sure, and that's gonna about do it here from Dallas. I'm Kylo, joined by Brian, and we'll see you guys later. We'll have events here shortly. See you guys next week.
All right, see you guys.